I'm back. If you read the Bible, it tells you what color God is. If you know your geography, you know what color Jesus is. I'm just saying, color is not supposed to be important. Just what's inside you. It's how you act, how you walk, how you talk, how you do, how you be, how you act, how you think, what you portray. But here's the thing, you have free will. You don't have to behave. You don't have to behave. You don't. You won't ascend. And to ascend means that the end times in the Bible is the end of hatred, prejudice, jealousies, lust, perversions, wickedness, greed. I think I said hatred, but if I didn't, hatred. All those negative things, those low vibe things. The end of times means that that's going to go away. Everything I say you can research. A lot of stuff is on my channel. Some of the stuff that I've learned, I've saved so that people can look on it and see what's going on. When I first woke up, I was very confused, but I have always had love for my father. And I always had love for my husband. I just didn't know he was my husband. I thought something was wrong with me. I did. I kept it under wraps, you know. To go from being a muggle to being a goddess is a trip. It's a trip. Because I remembered when I was a baby. But so many horrible, awful things happened to me because to be able to talk to you about certain things, I need to have experienced them. Okay? And I got certain experiences that will touch a lot of lives. And Alex has certain experiences that will touch a lot of lives. And God has a lot of experiences that will touch a lot of lives. But I'm the one that speaks. At least in the beginning. Now, in the beginning, enormity was trying to overwhelm me. And I kept enormity at the door, and I refused to allow enormity in. I'm stubborn. I don't know if it's a Scorpio trait. I don't know. I'm not here to question. I'm just here to talk. So, yeah. And I couldn't let it in because it was too overwhelming. So I clung to what I knew. I know I'm not a bad person. I know that I've lived a supernatural and natural life. And I know that I've talked to God all my life. And I know that He loved me first. And He's the most amazing, amazing Father. He puts up with more stuff than He puts up with more stuff than really, personally. He's training me. Because I'm not the one. See, I've been on the battlefield. I didn't know who I was. My own mom hated me. My family couldn't be around me because of my mom. So that means that they're total strangers to me. Even my own brother is a stranger to me. And before I healed, that shit bothered me. But now, it doesn't really bother me. It's just what happened, and it was nothing personal. I didn't take it personal. I understood why he stood where he stood. I understood where my mom stood, and I understood where her family stood. I understood. And it hurt that I went through the dark night of the soul. You should look that up. I went through the dark night of the soul, and I cried over everything that had hurt me, and I thought I would never ever, I mean, because when I was asleep, I was numb, and I just went through catastrophe, disaster, chaos, fuckery, you know. I went through a bunch of crap, and I was just so thankful to get through it that it didn't occur to me that I needed to heal from any of that stuff. I'm just thankful I got through it. It didn't kill nobody. But I wasn't going to kill anybody anyway because God loved me. And He showed me love first, and He showed me love continuously throughout my life, even when I walked away. Trying to help Him. Long story. I really love God. I really do. Oh, I'm a little dumb, but my earnestness is something that I think a lot of people need. So anyway. Man lies. Man lies. Babies lie. When I say man, I don't mean, somebody that's got their stuff together. Now, there are men on this planet. Well, yeah. But there are more children. And a lot of them are young, but their souls are old. And they're making differences where the people who are supposed to be the wisdom, supposed to be the ones running stuff, are pretty close to the word impotent. It says in the Bible, everything that's done in dark come out in the light. Let's call out the Catholics. What? Let's call out the politicians. What? Let's call out all the pedophiles. What? Let's call them out. What happened? I don't know. They know they wrong. They know it. The greedy. What? Can't take it with you. Can't take it with you. And there's balance. So if you sky diggity rich here, you gonna be dog diggity poor in this next few lives to teach you a lesson, depending on how much dirt and damage you did. Because you have to be able to feel the pain that you've inflicted. It's balance. It's balance. So, really, you can actually look at a lot of people and say they're going to ascend and they're not. And if you know you are, you're supposed to be happy about it. You're supposed to be bold in it. But you're not supposed to be mean to nobody. Because everybody's on their own journey. At one point, you were a new soul. At one point. My soul is so old. How old is it? I fart dust bunnies and the dust bunnies have dust bunnies. I don't know. It's just bad. But, hey. It'll be alright. Everything will be okay. Remember, anything good is not easy to achieve. Anything easy to achieve is often not good. But this is going to be a piece of cake. It's going to be a piece of cake, babies. How do I know? I don't know. I'm psychic. How stupid. But I love y'all. I don't want you to be down because so-and-so did such and such. So-and-so's got issues. Next. If you can help them with that issue, help them with that issue. If you can't help them with that issue, stay away from them. Don't let them pull down your day. Because your smile might help somebody else. We're all connected. Your joie de vivre, your thirst for life, your joy of existence can be dampened by negative naysayers. Negative Nellies is what they used to call them. I personally am not going to let anybody rain on my parade. If anybody's going to rain on my parade, I'm going to do that shit myself. Okay? You're not forced to be around anybody that mistreats you. You're not forced to be around anybody that talks to you and makes you feel like you're less than less. You're not forced. You don't have to argue with them. You don't have to say a word to them. You can smile and just walk away and not talk to them no more. Not see them. And if they come to you and say, why don't you speak to me? Be like, because you've made it very obvious that you don't want me to talk to you. And they say, what you mean? Well, you're mean to me all the time. And, you know, that's a sign you don't want me to be around you. That will either make them do one of two things. Straighten up and hang around you the way you need them to hang around you, or leave you alone. Bullies. I bully bullies. I don't like bullies, but bullies get bullied at home. And because bullies get bullied at home, they come to school and they bully because they're trying, in a not so subtle way, they're trying to let somebody know that they're in danger. And if they're not in danger, assume they are. You'll get to the bottom of it being nice. You'll get to the bottom of it being nice. I can't tell you how many times I've done some crazy stuff. I'm not even going to tell you all the stuff I do. But, like I said, fear makes people strike out and bite and hit and hurt and say things and all that kind of stuff. If they strike out at you, they're afraid of you. If they're afraid of you, that needs to be a point on your side. That means that you're doing something right. And that means they can see it. And that means that you shouldn't stop. They'll try to get you to stop. They'll talk about the devil. They'll talk about demons. They'll talk about whatever the Samuel they want to talk about. But the bottom line is, you ain't got to swing for that. You ain't got to swing for it. You're going to be okay. I love you. I've been going through some stuff my own self. I miss my baby very much. But he's working. I'm working. We're going to get it together eventually. Someday. And, you know, since I'm the girl, I'm the more emotional, I believe. So doesn't he have his hands full? What had happened? I don't know. So anyway, I love you. I'm going to go. Don't Marty. Anyway, I love you. I love you. Try to remember some of this stuff I'll be telling y'all, because it's true. Okay? Peace.